Hi, everyone. Welcome to our virtual back to school night. I'm Allison Dunn, and I should be at the bottom of your screen right now. I'm going to take you through a slide deck tonight, hopefully one take. So think positively as we discuss journalism, which could be honors journalism, advanced journalism 1, advanced journalism 2, advanced journalism 3, but let's just call it North Pointe because your child is writing for the student newspaper. A little bit about my educational background. This is my 14th year as a high school English teacher. I taught for 8 years in Fredericksburg, Virginia, before returning to Grosse Pointe, and this is my 6th year at North. It is my 3rd year as the North Pointe advisor. My master's is from George Mason University. My bachelor's is from the University of Michigan, and I said I was returning to Grosse Pointe because I grew up here and I'm so happy to be home. I went all the way K through 12 in Grosse Pointe Public Schools. Let's just talk a little bit about all these sections of class that are together. So we really promote student leadership. This is a great class because it kind of mimics the workforce or the work field where students can kind of rise in the ranks of responsibility. So typically these are kind of the matchups. There are sometimes some that are just a little bit different, but this is for the most part true for this year. So the students that are joining us for the very first time are in honors journalism, and they have the title of intern, which kind of shows that they are learning the ropes. And they actually have all been paired up with mentors. And so we have a mentor-mentee system. It's a 1-to-1 ratio this year, which is fantastic. Our returning students, so their 2nd year in the program, are in Advanced Journalism 1 and have been promoted to staff reporters after completing a list of tasks that show that they can work independently through various skills of journalism. And then our 3rd year students are in Advanced Journalism 2. And they will be applying to be section editors, which means that they are in charge of more design and layout. And those interviews are going to be happening very shortly so that we can announce who our section editors are. And then our 4th year students, we have 2 this year, and they are editors in chief at the top of the ladder. We are going to be publishing 9 issues. We're going to be publishing monthly. We switched to monthly publication last year. We have 2 kind of publication outlets. We have our print edition, which this is our cover image from a print edition last year. And then we have our website, northpointenow.com. Last year, we actually started with just print. And then when school became virtual in March, we reactivated our website and switched over. This year, we're starting with our website, and then hopefully we will be able to run both outlets at the same time, but we're beginning with our website. So here are some of the main core skills that we go through all the levels of journalism. Of course, writing. This elective does count towards an English elective. And so these are some quotes from students who are just kind of navigating how they feel about these topics and what we cover. So students will cover all types of writing from news to life stories, opinion pieces, reviews. We also go over design. We're members of several design websites where students get to use Adobe and really wonderful top-notch design programs. Of course, photography is involved for every story that we run. We have an image that goes with it. And then the biggest one is collaborating. We have this mentor system. They'll also be working with other faculty members, staff members, coach members, community members, and that means reaching out for interviews and sources. And so they really get to practice their communication skills. We were recognized for some top awards last year, and so we are really trying to kind of maintain the caliber of work that we are able to produce. Here's some screenshots from our virtual awards ceremony. We are members of MIPA, which is the Michigan Interscholastic Press Association, and every spring They have awards from the work from the year that we enter. These are all of our individual awards. So we had many individual awards last year of students recognized for design, photography, writing. This is the Spartan Award, which is the top award granted for the entire publication as a whole, which we are so happy to be awarded last year. And then just some kind of screenshots of our entries so that you can see kind of the design level, the length of the articles. Everything here is student generated. So they're just doing a wonderful job. And MIPA is associated with the Michigan State School of Journalism, which is why it's the Spartan Award. You might be asking yourself, what can you do to help out with your child at home? So number one, read or watch the news together. It is so helpful what they know is going on in the world and in the community. That's also why bullet point number 2 here is to emphasize school and community involvement. We find that when students are members of clubs and teams, that they just are able to better represent what's going on in the entire school. So the more involved, the better. Remind them to stick to deadlines. Deadlines are very important. We do work with an outside publishing company, and we have deadlines that we need to meet to get our paper printed. And so we don't want to have any holes in our paper or in our website with work that wasn't able to be finished on time. Please urge them to actively participate in live class. I only see them twice a week now, and so we really want to take advantage of that time. Active participation would look like speaking up. They have a raise their hand feature to ask a question or make a comment. They can type in the chat. I will also be pushing out links through the chat for a live document every session. So I just want to see that they're able to access the work and do it in real time with us. And so it's really helpful when microphones are on and screens are on, and that we can kind of build that rapport that we really need as a team. And then finally, encourage them to ask for help if they need it by attending afternoon student support sessions. They are offered pretty much daily, and they can always email me to set up something if the time frame isn't working out for them on any particular day. So thank you so much. I am so excited for this year. I am so happy to have your child in journalism. I love meeting everyone new. I love seeing all my returning students, and I think it's going to be a wonderful year. If you need to get in contact with me, email is the best way. So dunea@gpschools.org. So thank you so much. It's going to be a great year.